Jainara and students. So now today we'll start a new poem from your textbook, and the name of the poem is A Photograph, which is written by Shirley Tolson. Before the poem, let me tell you something about the poet, about Shirley. Shirley Tolson is a poet who lives in Somerset in the present days. She came under the influence of Celtic Christianity during the period she was working on her books that dealt with folklore of Britain and Ireland. She seems to have imbibed in her life very strongly the impact of religious persons and saints. Among her notable writings are The Celtic Alternatives, which was in 1987, and The Celtic Year in the year 1993. So now I'll tell you about the poem. Dear students, in A Photograph, the poet deals with a commonplace theme of the impermanence of life. Decay and death, they both are an integral part of human life. With time, man loses his youth and strength. Then one day, he is no more. What is left behind him are sweet and sour memories only, which are often evoked by some photographs. So, looking at the photograph of her mother, the poet recalls how her mother would laugh looking at the photograph and would recall how they were dressed for the beach where the photograph was taken. The mother is now no more. Nothing remains of her but memories do. There is only a silence and a void to reflect upon by the next generation. The realities of change and death, they have to be accepted by every individual. So, Shirley's A Photograph, it describes three stages. In the first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother standing at the beach enjoying a holiday with her two cousins. She was 12 or so at that time. The second stage takes us 20 or 30 years later. The mother would laugh at the way she and her cousins, Betty and Dolly, were dressed up for the occasion. In the third stage, the poet remembers her mother with a heavy heart. The photograph revives nostalgic feeling in the poet. Now, let's move further. And this is the first stanza in your book. All of you open page number 11 of your textbook, Hornbill. This is the first stanza in your book. I'm going to read it out. So, this poem, A Photograph, is a tribute by Shirley to her mother. One day, she finds an old photograph of her mother that was pasted on a cardboard sheet. So here goes the first line. The cardboard shows me how it was. Here, the poetic device used is allusion. Why allusion is used? Because the cardboards, as the cardboard lack of durability, it hints at the lack of permanence of human life. So the device used here is allusion. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. Paddling means move through the water in a boat using a paddle. So, the photograph on the beach, the girls, they were there on the beach, and the photograph, the cardboard, it showed how the two girls were there. The third line, each one holding one of my mother's hand. It means in that photograph, total 3 girls were there. 2 girl cousins were there when they had gone to the beach and when they were there for paddling, and one was narrator's mother. Both the girl cousins, they were holding narrator's mother's hand, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. Here, narrator's mother was the biggest amongst those 3, and she was 12 years or somewhat like that only. All 3 stood still to smile. Here, poetic device used is alliteration. Stood still, smile. Alliteration हम उस जगह पे यूज़ करते हैं जब एक ही सेंटेंस में बहुत आसपास में ही we come to meet with consonant sounds. तो stood still, smile. So here the device used is alliteration. And all the 3 girls, they were smiling. They stood still to smile just to get their photographs clicked. Threw their hair at the uncle with the camera, and they were standing still. They were with a smile on their face, and their hairs were proper, and they were giving this pose to the uncle who was there ready with the camera to click their photograph. So here, up till now, the poet looks at the cardboard frame of an old photograph. The photograph showed 2 girl cousins holding the hand of the poet's mother. They had probably gone for a sea bath. Out of those 3, mother was the biggest, or you can say the eldest girl. Perhaps she was near to 12 years. All of them were standing at the beach. They stood silently smiling through their hair and watching at the uncle who was standing there with a camera. Now, next line. A sweet face. Here, the narrator's mother's face is sweet. लिखा है ना, a sweet face, my mother's. It means her mother's face was very sweet. That was before I was born. Here, as she was still 12 years only. So here the narrator is telling that in that photograph also, her face was appearing as if it was very sweet. And the sea, which appears to have changed less. The sea in the picture is still the same that today also. So here the narrator is telling that the sea which was there in the photograph, it had still remained the same. It has changed very little. And that sea washed their terribly transient feet. Here, dear students, here in this line, terribly transient feet, the poetic device used is transferred epithet. So, transferred epithet यहाँ पे क्यों यूज़ हुआ है? क्योंकि हमारी जो ह्यूमन लाइफ है, हमारी ह्यूमन लाइफ खुद ही एक टेम्पररी चीज़ है. फीट अकेले टेम्पररी नहीं है, हमारी खुद की ह्यूमन लाइफ टेम्पररी है. सो when the adjective from one noun like life is transferred to another noun like feet, it is called transferred epithet. तो यहाँ पे द नरेटर इज टेलिंग कि दो इन द फोटोग्राफ the sea which was appearing, it had changed very little, as if it was something like permanent, but still that permanent thing was washing her mother and her cousins very transient feet, very temporary feet. The thing which is permanent was washing the temporary feet of the girls. So that was the time when the poet was not even born. At that time, her mother's face was very sweet and quite attractive. She was standing at the beach. The sea, which was there in the photograph, it had not changed much. But the mortal face of the mother seems to have changed a lot with the passage of time. The poet's mother and the two girl cousins, they stood there, and the sea was washing their mortal feet. So, dear students, I hope this first paragraph is very clear to you. Now come to second para. Some 20-30 years later. Here 20-30 years means from when the picture was clicked, means this was the now second stage. She'd laugh at the snapshot. She'd means here the narrator's mother, who was there in the photograph some 20 or 30 years, and after 20 or 30 years when she herself used to see that photograph, she would laugh after seeing at that snapshot, and she would say, "See, Betty and Dolly." It means the name of the two girl cousins were Betty and Dolly. She'd say, "And look how they dressed us for the beach." And then she would recall upon the dressing sense ki how they had dressed them for going on the beach. The sea holiday was her past. Her here means mother. Going to the sea, going to the beach and enjoying with the cousins was now the mother's past. Mine is her laughter. Here mine is the narrator. Mine is the narrator. So here now she is telling कि that sea holiday was her mother's past, and her past was her mother's laughter. Both vary with the labored ease of loss. Vary का मतलब है something that is twisted. So now here the narrator is telling that sea holiday was the narrator's mother's past, and her mother's laugh is the narrator's past. 20 or 30 years passed since that photograph had been taken. Now, whenever the mother looked at the photograph, she would laugh. She would point out to Dolly and Betty how they were dressed up by their parents for the sea holiday. That sea holiday had become a thing of the past for the mother, and that sweet laughter of the mother, which the photograph had captured, had become the poet's own past. Both of them suffered from a sense of loss. So ironically, here irony is used. Ironically, both of them were laboring to ease the loss. Both of them, they were working to ease out the loss. Now come to the next stanza. Now she's been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. Circumstance का मतलब है situation, condition. So here the poet is telling, the poet says that her mother had been dead for years. She has been dead nearly as many years as she had lived. She had nothing to say about the circumstances of her death or about the situation captured in the photo. Silence only brings out deeper silence and makes things quite mysterious. Here, its silence silences. It means that the silence of the whole situation silences the poet and leaves her quiet. And the third line of the last stanza, there is nothing to say at all. This is the part of life, and on thinking of it, one really has no words for how to express now how one feels. So, dear students, that was all in the poem. I hope you would have understood. Still, let me summarize it. The poet one day looks at the photograph of her mother and her two cousins. The photograph was clicked by the uncle when when the narrator was not even born. At that time, her mother was approximately 12 years of age. And now, when she was seeing the photograph, her mother was no more. The photograph shows the cousins on the either side of the mother holding her hands. The three of them smiled at the camera as the breeze ruffled their hair. The poet observes that the mother's face was sweet even then. Her face changed little, while the sea, it remained unchanged. The poet recalls how her mother would become nostalgic looking at the photograph. She would recall how they had been dressed and photographed on the beach. Her laughter at the moment still haunted the poet, even though nearly 33 years had passed since she had died. Now nothing remains of her but only the silence. There is nothing to comment upon a sad event like that of death. I hope, dear students, you would have understood this poem. If you don't, please feel free to ask. Thank you.